Jared Bricker is a man who builds computers. He understands the innards and what parts work with what. But how did he start? Maybe it was an intense passion for hardware. Or maybe it was because
One year I got bored. I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a computer. And then I did.
venturing off into do-it-yourself projects, Jared spends his time doing something stores have been doing for years.
They're generally faster and they're cheaper. And you can put your own touch into it so it's exactly the way you want it.
Jared knows that building a computer can be complicated, but his biggest concern when building is the parts.
Making sure everything's working before you put it into the case so that you don't have broken components later.
Like many projects, the hands aren't the only tools used to build something.
I have an anti-static wristband so I don't electrocute the components, which can actually fry them. And I have a screwdriver for getting into difficult places.
Not all parts are created equally. Jared sees the importance of his parts and classifies the motherboard as the most important.
Because it holds everything together. Without it, you really wouldn't have anything to run.
With knowing so much about computers, even Jared has his own wants and needs that he has a custom system set up to satisfy them.
I have a Ryzen 1500X, a NVIDIA GTX 1060 3GB. I have an Aorus X370 motherboard, and I have 16 gigabytes of G.Skill memory. It's running at 2933 megahertz. I have a 525 gigabyte Crucial MX300 SSD and a 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue 7200 RPM hard drive.
Yikes, that's why we need people like Jared, or we leave the PC building to the professionals. Reporting for BNN, I am Brian Hernandez.